Yo guys, Renegade saying Sage here. I'm about to give you a what if video. What if Naruto was neglected and the reincarnation of Jiren? So at this point we're expecting Naruto to having trouble with controlling his power and obsessed with more power. So his parents here, they're going to neglect Naruto and abuse him, then he will run away and realize that he did wrong. He must go back. When he goes back, he will find that his parents have been murdered, and you will see the murder. The murder will be revealed in the what if in the beginning. So just go and watch the what if, and please guys, watch till the end. There will be a message at the end. So thank you guys for reaching the channel to 21 subscribers, and let's keep it up guys. Let's reach 30 and more and more and more. Let's show other channels that this channel always goes up. So let's hop into the introduction and we'll be back for the video.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions. They blocking your vision, but no, you can't listen. That shit is all fiction, cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming.
Yo guys, so that was it for the introduction. I'm sorry if my voice is a little bit off. I inhaled a little bit of dust, so I'm allergic to dust. So let's hop into the video. What if Naruto was neglected and the reincarnation of Jiren? So at this point, Naruto's going to have Jiren's power, but he doesn't realize it yet. He's just thinking what the hell is going on. So let's start when Naruto is being born. Naruto was born in the middle of the blood pool war. Let's say in the middle of the war. So when Naruto was born, he was the only distraction that happened in the middle of the war. So the war started to turn the table on Minato's team, and because Minato was more focused on protecting his son at the point because he was still young, and at that point they find a solution of stealing the 9-tailed beast's soul and 50% of the chakra in the baby Naruto. So when Naruto had that chakra, another chakra was sealed. Let's say because they sold 50% of the chakra on Naruto and the full of the soul on Naruto again, which means they gave 25% Mito and 25% Kazuto, which are Naruto's siblings, brother and sister. Mito is Naruto's brother and Kazuto is Naruto's sister. So when Naruto grew up and when he was about 3 years, he was being abused and bullied by Kushina because he had whiskers and he was different. At that point, Naruto realized that he can do things that he doesn't know how to control, just like to raise an energy shield. So one day, Kushina, when she wanted to beat Naruto because she hates him, she made up an excuse on what is that on the wall, Naruto. Then Naruto said, "I don't see anything." Then Kushina said, "You're calling me a liar, so I'm a liar now." Naruto then screamed and said, "No, mom, no, mom." Then when Kushina tried to slap Naruto accidentally awakened energy barrier. He didn't know how to use it, but it just appeared, and Kushina didn't even slightly touch Naruto. She hit the barrier and her hand almost broke. So Kushina then started to abuse Naruto more because of Naruto having more power than her and her other babies. Then Naruto one day he decided to run away from home because he was being beaten a lot and he was getting tired of the one who's taking all the chores and beatings and insults. When Naruto ran away from home, he found Gaara training with Kakashi. Then Kakashi asked, "Are you lost? Are you lost? Where are your parents?" Then Naruto said he ran away from home. Then Kakashi asked, "Why did you run away from home?" Then Naruto said, "No, they abused me, and I don't want to go back there." Then Kakashi said, "Okay, you can be with us for a couple of days, but you have to go back." Then then Kakashi was training with Gaara. Then they asked Naruto, "Naruto, do you have any abilities that you can show us even though you are young?" Then Naruto said, "No, but I can train to get some." Then they trained Naruto and found out that he has abilities that are out of this world. So they said, "Naruto, go back to your parents, they will tell you what's happening in your body." Then Naruto, when he went, then Naruto said, "No, they will beat me." When he said that, Kakashi said, "Okay, we'll escort you home and tell them that you were lost in the woods." And when Kakashi said that, Naruto was relieved, but deep down he wasn't that relieved because he was going back to jail. I mean, being abused, going back to being abused. When Naruto reached home, Kakashi and Gaara had already left near the mansion of Minato. Then, when Naruto reached home, he found out that their home has been destroyed. His brother and sister have been killed, and his mother was still alive, but she died in Naruto's hands. Then, when Naruto looked up, he saw Madara running away. Let's say I'm going to give Madara some little powers. He was Madara the Destroyer. So at this point, Naruto, because didn't have anything, Naruto just cried until then he went back to Kakashi, where Kakashi and Gaara were training, and told them everything. Then Kakashi said they know this guy. He has been there for a long, long time, but he was supposed to be dead because he fought with the first Hokage. I mean, the grandfather of Tsunade. When he said that, Kakashi quickly took Naruto and goes to the village and go and go to Tsunade's office and talked about Naruto's parents. When Tsunade was being told this, she explained that Naruto's parents are the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails and the leaders of the Uzumaki clan. Then Kushina, she was married from the Hyuga clan. I mean, she was, let's say, she was married to the Hyuga clan. But when Naruto hears that, he started crying because they used to abuse him and he didn't like it. But deep down, he was feeling sad that his parents are dead. Um, when Naruto explained every powers that he has been experiencing, and Kakashi was trying to find out what they are, Tsunade took Naruto to the Hokage's tower and goes to the elder Hokage and talk to him. Then the other Hokage called Tobirama and asked, "Do you know anything about these strange powers?" Then Tobirama explained about the legendary Jiren, Mighty Jiren, who was the best fighter in the whole universe. And explained that everything that is happening to Naruto is the same alternate reality that Jiren lived. His parents were killed when he was young, and he grew up to be the most powerful person. Then Naruto was thinking about revenge at that time, which is more likely what Jiren did. So Naruto, when he was sleeping back in Tsunade's mansion, Naruto when he was sleeping, he, when he was sleeping in the room, started planning about revenge and went to Tsunade's office and took out the book of all the people that have fought the grandfather of Tsunade. Then he found out that this is Madara. He is from the what can I say? I forgot, from the Uchiha clan. Then Naruto planned everything and took some of the food that he will be eating on the way of finding Madara Uchiha. Then he finds Sasuke, and Sasuke was about to fight Naruto. When Naruto was being fought with Sasuke, Sasuke pushed Naruto into the corner where Naruto couldn't even defend himself. But suddenly, that shield barrier of energy raised up, and then when Sasuke attacked Naruto, he flashed back into the tree and hit himself and knocks himself out. When that happens, Naruto goes to Sasuke and asks, "Who are you?" And when he finds that he's unconscious, he wakes him up with a key blast and asks, "Who are you?" And then Sasuke explained everything, that he's looking for Madara to tell him about Itachi, why he killed his parents. Then they team up together, but because Naruto has lost everything, he didn't trust anyone, and he went to search for more power. Then he found Jiraiya, and Sasuke was asleep. Then Jiraiya took Naruto and asked, "So why are you not sleeping, and why are you guys in the woods?" Then Naruto explained everything. Then Jiraiya said the same thing, that his parents were killed by this foe called Madara. Then Jiraiya decided to train Naruto and open all the abilities that Naruto had. But first he had to know about Jiren. And because Jiraiya knew what Tobirama knew, because he's the one who was training many shinobis, Jiraiya explained everything, that Jiren used to be a powerful foe in the alternate reality of Dragon Ball Super. He fought in the Tournament of Power with a being called Goku, and he was the one of the strongest fighters in his universe, and he did surpass his own destroyer, his own god of the universe which he lived in, and even his destroyer couldn't destroy Jiren because he was more powerful and infinite. So at this point, Naruto knew that he had an advantage upon Madara, because he could be strong just like Jiren. Then they trained for more like a week. Then Sasuke got tired of training and said, "Fuck this, I'm going after Madara alone. If you're coming, come. If you come later, then you'll find me there beating up Madara." Then Naruto said, "Okay, it's fine by me. I will stay here and train until I can unlock everything that I got, so that I can beat up this foe." When Naruto finally had an advantage in skills, everything that Jiren has, he learned that Jiren knew how to attack with a mere shock. How can I say, mere shockwave and a punch, which is a shockwave. He doesn't even touch person, but he releases a shockwave, which is a punch. So when Naruto learned everything about Jiren, he had an advantage upon Madara. When he went after Madara, he found out that Madara is a strong being. He's more like Beerus the Destroyer. But because Beerus, even he is as strong as Madara, he is strong as Jiren. But the one who had an upper hand was Naruto. And Naruto was fighting Madara, but Madara amplified his powers with a Mangekyo, an eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. But then the battle started being harsh, which pointed pointed the location which Madara was to Sasuke. Then Sasuke arrived too. They started fighting, helping each other. After that, Madara was starting to get tired because Naruto was bringing up the heat, and Sasuke was already tired and being beaten up. He was just watching the battle from the from aside. When Naruto finally unlocked a new abilities, which is called Ultra Instinct, which we didn't even see in Dragon Ball Super, then Madara was starting to get afraid and more tired because he couldn't keep up with the speed that Naruto was developing. And Naruto started to beat up Madara in a way that he was about to kill him. But Sasuke went in and Jiraiya stopped Naruto and asked, "So you want to be this angry and started beating up and killing up people? I can see you are starting to be more like him." So Naruto started to realize that that's the legend which the Hokage told him, because Jiren is more likely doesn't have any trust upon friends, and he says trust leads on to the path of the grave just because his parents were killed. And let's not forget that Jiren is only obsessed with power and revenge. So at this point, Naruto realized that his Drew is following the path of Jiren, but he shouldn't. He promised he promised the Hokage that he will use his powers for good only, to stop the bad people. Then Naruto comes down and transforms back to himself. Then the Nine-Tailed Beast was trying to break out of him, but he learned to control it and started talking to it every time they became best friends. So stay tuned for part 2, and I'll give you the part 2 will be awesome more than this one. So ciao guys, that was it for me.